And we are live. What is up, everybody? Ciao, ragazzi. Welcome back to the Bianconeri My name is Justin Sofro. With me today, as always, is my boy Julian Gianotti. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. Hi, everyone. How's it going? A little bit of a pessimistic day for Juventus for Juventus news, but personally, I had a day off, so it's all good.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's perfect. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Everything's great. All we have is good news to share with the people.
Yeah.
We've got some topics, trust me. Wow, sorry, I'm just looking at the playback, and we switched things up a little bit. I'm sure if you've watched the last few weeks, it's been a bit of a mess, and now I'm able to do this from my computer with Ethernet connected, so hopefully I don't look like absolute crap like I have looked. Period of times where it was all blurred out and you could barely see me, and it was cutting in and out. So anyway, hopefully we'll have a good show for you today. Let's go ahead and get started. Do you have any opening remarks before we jump into any of the topics that we have? I know you've got some feelings that you want to share with the people.
Yeah. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant or soliloquy, however you want to say it. Okay. Yes, this Mercato has been so disappointing, negative, pessimistic, all those negative words, whatever you want to throw at it. And yes, we do need help in areas of the pitch to make us better, stronger, more competitive for Serie A and the Champions League, because that's the ultimate goal at the end of the day. However, with all this pessimism going around over Juve Twitter or just in general, just your casual Juventus fan, we have to understand what the club actually has. The club has already in their squad the second best player to ever kick a ball, Cristiano Ronaldo. A fit Dybala, who was a Serie A MVP the last time he was actually fit. Player from Federico Chiesa. You play with my face.
I'm messing with your thing for some. Yeah. It zoomed out for some reason. I don't know why I didn't lock it, but
all good. I'll keep going. Federico Chiesa on the Euro 2020 team of the tournament. Bonucci, team of the tournament player. Dejan Kulusevski, who's showing that he's going to be an absolute baller. And we still have Chiellini and De Ligt as our other center backs. Everyone just needs to relax for a couple of, just take a break. I did that today. I looked at big picture and I was like, you know what? We got an elite coach back in the fold who's won all these trophies that we're competing for, except for the Champions League, but he's got us there to the final. I'm relaxed. I'm fine. It's just we have till August 31st to get players in, and I'm okay. I'm at peace right now.
Yeah, I think that August 31st date, I don't want to get to August 31st before we get the other guys in, but yeah, we do have that date going forward. I guess like you mentioned, I'm trying to think where to go without, because I ranted a little bit in the video earlier today, and I'm sure I'm sure they don't want to just hear me screaming and yelling, or maybe that is what they want. I don't know. About the whole situation, it's just frustrating as a fan personally. What are you guys thinking? What are your all's feelings? I appreciate everybody that's tuning in with us right now. Let us know your feelings in the chat. I think you have to be a subscriber actually to chat. Let me make sure about that. Let me make sure that is correct. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like the video. But let me know your feelings. How do you feel right now? I'm a bit of a broken man right now, to be honest. I think there's a lot of times what we talk about, and I think people have mentioned it too, where it's like people that are doing like what we're doing, where we get on here and we talk about it every day. Like, no offense. Yeah, we talk about it because there's nothing new. Like, otherwise, do you want me just to not get on here and not talk about anything? You know what I'm saying? So for right now, we have to talk about the situation and what we have. And unfortunately, right now, it's not good. Or at least from my point of view, it's not good.
Yeah.
If that makes
sense.
No,
that's totally fair because, like we finished fourth. We had our worst year in a decade. And we all know that. We all know that players needed to come in and reinvigorate the squad. We all know that. But we should also know what we have for resources, and apparently and obviously it's not much. If we can't get this Locatelli deal in, there's something's up, obviously. We barely got Kyle George, which it's official today, so good news. Yeah, we signed a player. Ole. Right. Here we go. And the quote from Ole. So the quote from Santos was, the club that Kyle George came from, Juventus was able to satisfy our needs. So at least we satisfied somebody.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I understand why fans are pissed. I understand why there's issues. I understand all the negative like emotion around the club right now, and I know we need some more players. Let's relax. There's still a month. Like, just let's relax for a bit. 'Cause I'm actually over saying, oh, Locatelli's coming. Oh, Locatelli's not coming. Oh, this guy's coming. Oh, Pjanic is actually coming. Blah 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 blah. Let's relax. Yeah. All the fans. I'm not saying us, like us in general, but like all fans, just relax.
Exactly. Calma.
Yeah, calm.
You know what? Actually, I realize what we need to do right now is I need to go ahead and jump into the topics, because what we're talking about is all related to the topics. But really, the reason I say that is because you and I both know that I will go off on some tangent, and then we won't be able to fit all this in the real hour that we kind of try to stick this to doing this. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Very first topic that I can bring up for the day. Let me get rid of this one real quick.
Most of this will be negative news.
It'll be, well, I don't want, yeah, okay. I was going to say, I don't want to say it's negative, but we're going to be giving our opinions as fans, and we're not happy about everything in the way that it's going down. A lot of it's frustrating, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people may say that. So here we go. The very first topic of the day. Of course, it's going to be about Locatelli, Juventus, the situation with Sassuolo, and bringing him to the club. So right now it says that Juventus are calm. I believe this is Romeo Agresti was talking about this earlier, saying Juventus are calm about signing Locatelli. I think Juventus will push this week to sign him because the player wants to join. What does that mean? Like, I'm sorry, but like, what have we been doing for how many? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's been the same news for a year. Like, it's been last summer as well. Like, I get it. How many more times? He's just saying it in different ways now. He's just, oh, they're going to push. Oh, we're going to have meetings next week. Oh, we're confident this is going to be done. Blah, blah, blah. Like, ugh.
And I'm not,
go ahead. Sorry.
What I'm saying is, when I say that, I'm not ripping on anything Agresti says or does.
Yeah, no, for real. He's
in the same boat.
Yeah.
He's in a better boat than we are, but he's in kind of the same boat as he's a fan as well, even though he's a reporter and does all that. But at the same time, it's like, what does that mean? Does that mean what have they not been pushing? I mean, I feel like they obviously haven't been pushing strong enough, or we talked about it. I talked about it. If you saw the daily video, if you haven't, you're dead to me. Hopefully you've seen the daily video that we had earlier today, where I kind of talked about it, and I was kind of pissed off, to be honest, with the whole situation, saying that I believe, let me get off the this is going off the top of my head, I don't have it in front of me, but I think the offer was basically a was it a five? It was a $5 million loan total, or €1 million loan total. So 2.5, right?
Upfront. Yeah, okay. 5 up front, and then it's a 2-year loan deal that they're trying to do, and then 25 at the end of it plus bonuses.
Was it 25 at the end? I thought it was 20 at the end that made it 25.
No, 25 at the end. Oh, sorry, you're right. That was the total.
Well, the reason I say that is because I was like, if the total was 30, I'd be less pissed off. Then I'm in the wrong. Then I need to go back and re-talk about all this. But 25 mil just seems ridiculous, especially when we're talking about, wanting 40 million euros, whatever have you, for certain different players and stuff like that. I don't know. I was just, as a fan, when you get to this point, you know what Locatelli is worth. We talk about this day in and day out at this point. We know what he's worth. He's a solid player. He's better than most of the players we're trying to sell right now. Even though, they're not playing the same positions, but comparably, I think I would say that he's a better quality than the players that we're trying to sell. Does that seem 100%.
Fair? Yeah. Okay. I've said this numerous times. He instantly upgrades our midfield.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're trying to sell midfielders. So
right. It's just, to me, it just seems, I don't know if I want to say the words like negligent by offering that amount right now, instead of just trying to get the deal done. Be like we said before, you and I argued this, or not argued this, but we talked about this on Friday. We're like 30, 40, 35 makes sense. That's it.
Yeah,
move on.
Split it. That's it.
And that should be it. That should be done.
Yeah.
But then when I see this, it's, Juventus is obviously the one that's like bleeping this up. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to take Sassuolo's side, but like, I'm kind of seeing more of their point of view in the situation right now.
You're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right. They've set a standard for this player. Everyone knows that, and everyone sees the other fees going around. Like, Leon Bailey went from Leverkusen to Aston Villa for 30 million. Who the heck is everyone knows who Leon Bailey is, but Locatelli is a better I know they're different positions as well, but Locatelli has more quality than a Leon Bailey. So, like, Juventus, it's like a slap in the face to Sassuolo a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, let's help them help us. Like, the only way the league gets better and more better is if you strengthen other teams as well.
Do you want to bring up, was it Ben White again?
I don't want to bring up Ben White anymore. I saw, like, there was a Chelsea-Arsenal game on this past weekend. They played, I forget why they played each other. Yeah. And I saw him make, like, 3 or 4 clearing or goal line clearance save, or, like, last-ditch tackles or whatever. And everyone's like, oh, my God, he's the Messiah. He's the next coming. I'm like, oh, my God.
Right.
It was a preseason game. It's like us saying Filippo Ranocchia is the next Michel Platini. Like, no. That's not happening. He scored against Monza. Like, hold on.
Yeah. So I just wanted to touch on this. What's up, Del? Your name always gets me every single time. Del Juve Piero. I want to say Del Piero Juve or something like that. Anyway, I agree but don't agree with you. You said by far the most important signing we need is a top-level coach, which we got. Everything else is just extra. Agree with you on the coach. We got the coach. We have needed a top-level midfielder or an upper level, whatever you want to say. An improved midfielder. Yeah. We've needed that for years now. So I don't think it's just extra. I think this is a necessity. We need to fill this. If they don't do it, it's a problem. It's a serious problem.
Yeah. It's a failed Mercato if we don't get an upgrade in midfield.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but it is what it is.
Absolutely. Let's see. Next meeting, FC. I don't know. What are you saying, Crazy Ray?
That's because he's saying that we always have the next meeting.
Oh,
because of Cherubini. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Sorry, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry. My brain is a little bit off today because I'm trying to control this while talking, which is a lot of credit to Alejandro who does this usually. It's a lot to handle at one time for the most part.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see, and then I'll just touch on a couple more of these before we move on. Let's see. Locatelli is essential because otherwise it's total humiliation. Simple. Sorry, but they owe us after the Pirlo disaster. Let's get it straight. It was an absolute disaster. Verona saved us. I mean, I can't fully disagree with you. I can disagree with you on that. No, I mean, it was kind of, if you go from winning 9 Scudetto to barely making 4th place, it is a disaster. At the point, I guess that's fair to say. At first I was gonna say that he was being harsh, but I was like, no, he's right. They're absolutely right. Sorry, I don't know if it's a he or she, so I'm guessing he. But you never know.
The thing is, though, like, yes, it was a humiliation. Yes, it was a disaster season. Yes, we understand that. But what do we? No one knows what we're actually working with in terms of reason. Only the club knows. Like, we know we had 3 million euros to spend on Caio Jorge. That's what we know, because that's the deal is done, and that's what we don't, and that's it. We don't know what other money they have left.
Yeah,
we have no idea. They're either being frugal and Scrooge McDuck here, or they're being I don't know. I have no idea. That's where I'm at right now.
No, I completely agree. I'm gonna move on to a couple topics that we have because I changed the order a little bit from what we were sent, basically because I feel like they kind of transition into each other, if that makes sense. I'm sure you'll get it once I do it. We'll move on. The next topic we really have is about Ramsey. What now with Ramsey? I think Romeo Agresti said that there have been talks about Ramsey to Wolverhampton, Newcastle, but just some talks. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this because to me it's just we're chasing, I think somebody said, "Am I beating off a dead horse?" or something like that, and it just made me laugh because I was like, "This is perfect." Because I think some kid said it to his dad, and his dad's like, "You can't be that stupid, right?" He's like, "What? Beating off a dead horse?" Anyway, but that's what it feels. Okay, feels like we're beating a dead horse at this point when we talk about Ramsey, and if we try to focus too much on him, you know what I mean? Like, Wolverhampton came up early in the Mercado, before the Mercado started. Yeah. And it just seems like, what are we really getting at? Am I wasting my time hoping, that this is something that could even come to fruition? The main issue is his wages. Even the Premier League, they don't want to pay those wages that Juventus signed up for. I don't know. Do you have much that you really want to say about Ramsey? I know that go ahead.
Yeah, about Ramsey, it's just if he does go, we're going to still have to pay a portion of his salary. Yeah. Like that's what the deal will essentially become because we still can't sell players, and he makes so much money, and Wolverhampton's probably out of the running because that was so early on in the transfer window.
Yeah.
That I think it's Newcastle at this point. Who reported this again? Romeo?
Yeah, this is right? Romeo Agressi. Yeah, this is him.
Yeah. No, that's one, yeah. So, like, obviously those two clubs have contacted Juventus.
Yeah.
Because why else would you report that? And if it's anything, it's going to be Newcastle, and it's going to be we still pay for probably 25% of the salary, if anything, if he leaves. So it's still not the greatest deal, but it would help a bit. He just needs to leave. Like, they used him as a holding midfielder, Regista.
Yeah.
And that's not his position. I know we could try and reinvent players, but not Ramsey. He's 30 years old. He's a fringe player. That's what he is.
Absolutely. The real reason that I even this was brought up. This is part of our daily talking points. But the reason I bring that one up is more to move on to this topic, and then the topic that follows that, which will be. Let me actually move this up. And I think you know where I'm getting with this. But this topic, the topic of Miralem Pjanic, I hate it. And I know I'm not sure. I haven't really checked the chat. Who's all in here today? If any of my nemesis, anyway, if you're a nemesis of mine that is a big Ramsey guy, go ahead and let me know. But this is also Romeo Agressi saying that Pjanic is an option if Juventus will sell Ramsey, and that's why it's related. Is Ramsey trying to sell him? Would open up the door for Pjanic. It says that Miralem is pushing for a return, but at the moment the priority is to sign Locatelli. What can we say that we haven't said? Actually, you know what? I don't care. I'm controlling this. We're moving on. This is the reason I'm going to bring this up, because I feel like the reason I bring this up is really to bring this up. And it is... Oh, oops, I hit too much. Here's the real reason that I brought this up is because recently DeMarcio just brought up the topic of Pjanic is the plan B to Locatelli, and now they're saying, because we've had this talk for so often, and it's Locatelli and Pjanic, one does not cancel out the other, and then we have today DeMarcio saying that Juve's plan B for the midfield is Pjanic. Maybe I'm saying this with a lot of vitriol as I'm reading this, but Juve are ready to present a loan offer in case Barca does not release the player. Both Pjanic and Locatelli is not possible, as there are no sales planned in the department. So have we had smoke blown up our ass, and now we have where it's a situation of Juventus is going to get Pjanic, and then I'm going to be even more pissed because Locatelli ain't coming. Yeah.
Listen, honest to God, sorry if you don't believe in it, but if it's only Pjanic and Kyle George coming in this summer, they're not even starting players anyway. So we're gonna have essentially the same team as last year.
Yeah.
So again, that's why I went my optimistic purity freaking rant at the beginning of this, saying, listen, look at what we have now. Let's just positively put our energy into those players. And because if it actually at the end of this reminds me of signing Hernandez on the last day. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah,
this is what it smells. This is what it smells like. Like, we sold Pogba. We got Higuain that year, or it was around that time.
Yeah.
And then we panicked on the last day, got Hernandez, and we got Mario Lemina that year. And this is what this reminds me of. But to an even greater deal, because we don't have money to even buy a Hernandez at 11 million.
No. It's infuriating. It's just, to me, even the idea being floating out there that, like... Yeah. I mean, to me, and sorry, guys, if you don't like me cussing, but, like, Juventus is going to try to sell the fans this shit of here. No,
seriously.
Here, we didn't get Locatelli. We totally, we bleeped that deal up. Here's Pjanic. That's good, right? We're good? Are we good? Is everybody good? Everybody ready for this season? That's not going to fly with me. I'm going to be pissed. And I'm angry, and, like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense of why, that would even be thrown out there. I feel like that even getting out there to DeMarcio or whoever have you, whoever's reporting that to him, or, wherever his sources are, that's embarrassing. Like, it's flat out embarrassing for the club. That would be in the situation.
I can see the tweet now. Ben Tornato, Miralem, and Eden. Like, that's what they're selling us on. This kid's coming back.
Yep.
Oh my God, man.
That's exactly what it'll be.
We can't go back anymore. The only guy to go back on was Pogba, and that's done. We're not getting him. So let's move on. Get fresh blood. Pjanic sucked with Sarri. Not sucked. He's just He's just not what he was with Sarri before. And we saw at Barcelona, you can't keep up with them. So why do we want that?
Yeah.
Let's move on from Miralem Pjanic. And if, like I said, if he scores a goal, I'll put another bet on the line. If he scores 2 goals this year, if he's a Juventus player, I'll buy his jersey.
Pjanic?
Yep. I'll do it. No problem.
I'll be honest.
He scores 2 goals.
Even if he scores 2 goals, I don't care. Like I don't know if that.
Yeah,
like,
no, I know.
I don't know. Like
ridiculous it is.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely ridiculous. Guys, right now I'm noticing that there are 23 people, viewers, right now, and we only have 12 likes. So if you get those up, otherwise we're going to cancel the stream. Actually, we're going to cancel the streams for the rest of the week. So
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. Please
agree.
please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Please help. We'll do that. Jeremy was asking, "Ciao guys, is Ramsey physically strong to play in front of the defense? I think he will be a disaster."
His technical ability would probably be good. Like his on-the-ball technique is just that he's so forward-thinking. He may not be tactically sound in that role. Like he might just pass the ball and want to go forward all the time, where he has a certain defensive responsibility as a holding midfielder. So I don't know about that. Physically strong enough, I don't think he can't be fit for that long. So who knows? I don't think so. But if you need him for like a game, maybe like we used Danilo against the Lazio or that game. Like if we absolutely last resort needed him to play there, maybe. But at this point, you're right, disaster.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. Let's see. I'm going to get through a couple of these. Fix was saying the Sassuolo are being a bit silly, but they are getting messed about. I don't blame them too much, but they could have been better. Then again, they don't have to sell him.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's true. Then Clement was responding to him, but he said something about, "I really don't like your comment because we forgot the last season. Now we are focusing on the new season, so stop saying negative things." Guys, I mean, I'm a fan of Juventus. I love Juventus, but I don't, and I love, and Clement, I appreciate you. You're always here. I don't fully buy into maybe it's because I'm also Mr. Negativity, like with all my sports teams. So I don't really believe it's a terrible thing to be negative about Juventus when they need to be negative about it a little bit. I think teams need to be held accountable. We can't pretend that everything's fine. That's just if I say that. Maybe you're responding to something else that you're talking about when you say that, so I might be in the wrong. But that's just my personal opinion. Let's see. I need one quality center mid at least. Let's see what else we got. Crazy Ray said, "Is Locatelli worth that much?" So I think he is. I mean, what do we say? Oh, wait, what amount are you saying? Are you saying the 40 million, or are you saying we're saying at 35? I think he's worth both. But
yeah, I think the max. Well, he's perfectly rated as 40 million.
Yeah.
Like if 41's a little bit too high, it starts to get too high. But 40 million is perfect. He upgrades. He does. Like I said, his stats prove it. Eye test proves it. Age proves it. We know what other players are going for. Just there's so many variables that we see that 40 million fits the bill.
Yeah, we had a slight bit of cutting.
Sorry, was
out.
I lagging there?
You were lagging there just for a sec, but I think we're good. Am I okay on your end? Are you hearing me fine?
Yeah, you're good.
You're good. I think it's normal. We're talking to each other in different countries, so that's gonna happen. But no, it was all good. Yeah, I kind of in agreement. I do think Locatelli's worth that much. I think he's young. I think he's going to continue to develop. I think he'll be good for the future. Let's see what we got here. Hassan. Let's see what else we got. Clement says Pirlo wasn't a disaster. Maybe I wouldn't say he was a disaster because he was what you kind of got. Pirlo was what you expected. He was a guy who's a player who has never coached before coming in to coach in Serie A. And for a team that has succeeded for this long, but also you could see had been faltering for the last couple seasons, if that makes sense. So he didn't come in with the heyday, Juventus.
Yeah, he had an aging squad. He almost had almost a dead squad, and then he had some good young prospects that were just brought in that year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And his tactical ideas, I don't know. Because that's a whole nother thing. He tried to do something with the squad that the squad could not do. Mm-hmm. So at that point, you're a rookie coach. You have this whole idea. You wrote your coaching theory on it. He did a 4-4-2 that changed to a 3-5-2 when you had the ball.
Yeah.
I get it. It could work. It didn't work though. So you have to change your idea, or else you're not gonna pick up points where you need to pick up points, and that's what happened this year or last year. In the finals that they won, he was perfect. He didn't make a mistake. And so there's promise for Pirlo, but at the time that he came, it was not the right time.
Yeah, I think it was just an unfortunate circumstance that they ended up bringing him in. Then when he should have coached. I mean, they obviously didn't have a plan when it came to the first coach situation. So the fact that you bring him in originally to be the U23 coach and then you promote him immediately, you're setting him up for failure. We talk, I'm sure everybody's talked about this on end for the last year or so, but at the same time, it's unfortunate because I feel like he could have learned a lot, and then who knows what you would have seen from him in a year or two. But right now, Juventus needs to win now, and I hope he gets, anyway. Martino said that Sassuolo will close their Mercato August 8th. We need to push this week. I think they're BSing us.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
They first said August 2nd. Today would be the final day. After that, they would not be selling him. And then a couple of days later, he said August 8th. How long before it's August 16th or what have you? I don't know.
Realistically, if it was August 9th and we offered 41 mil, are they saying no?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Losing Serie A is not a disaster. I mean, yeah, that's true. It's not a disaster.
But the way we finished was. If we were like 3 points off, okay, it's different. But if we last day of the season scraped the Champions League spot, that's a disaster.
Yeah. ZA said Ramsey would still be a top player in the APL.
He'd be a good one. He'd be a good player to have.
Yeah, he probably
understands that game, and it's a different kind of game.
It is. I mean, as long as he's not injured. As
Yeah.
long as he was injured a lot last year though too.
Yeah.
Don't forget that we won 2 trophies with a young coach who never led a team before. Yeah, that's weird. Sorry, I know all these comments are from a bit before, so I'm getting through them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a fair point. It's just, 2 trophies are great, but I don't want to say they don't matter. The trophies matter, but I think Juventus is shooting higher.
Thinking about it, like Chiesa came, you won 2 trophies. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's better than Fiorentina where he gets nothing, right? So.
Yeah, there were positives for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me switch it up over here. Let's go ahead, unless there's anything that you really want to touch on this. Mainly, the main thing I wanted to voice is that I'm pissed that it's even that it's a topic now that it's or instead of and. Here's my thing, and I think somebody mentioned it. Let me check in the comments. Yeah, there's. Oh, oops. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. I meant to have it in the other one. I'm still learning, guys. There we go. Clement also said I like Pjanic. And I think here was what it was. Clement said that I think Pjanic will be Allegri's man. I'm fine with him being Allegri's man if you get Locatelli first. If you get Locatelli and you have this one toy that he wants to play with, that's fine. But I don't want him to be the player for Juventus. Like I said, I wasn't bending the knee before. I bent the knee now. It's fine. Have Pjanic, but now I'm standing back up over here. I'm kind of pissed, and right now I don't want it. So anyway, that's the situation with that. Let me get rid of that. Okay, let's go to this topic of the day. And I know somebody brought it up earlier. I think it may have been Fix or I can't remember. I apologize if I missed whoever it was, but we weren't there ready to get there yet. The latest news of the day, Di Marzio is also reporting this, saying that Juventus are ready to let Demiral leave on loan. This is actually going to really throw off my. I did the the outgoing transfer meter.
Yeah.
I shot that yesterday, so I think I had Demiral as a 50%, guys. So cut me some slack. We didn't know what was going on, and
he's gone.
he's gone now. Anyway, the latest story, Juventus have opened up the possibility of letting Demiral go on a loan with an option to buy. The total worth of the possible Demiral Atalanta deal will be around 25 million euros. I think is this one of the topics you wanted to rant about a little bit? Or is this,
okay. It won't be a rant, it's more as though it's like I'm over it. Like this is worst case scenario. Mm-hmm. This is worst case scenario. You let him on loan to a direct rival. He's going to directly replace a guy you let on loan to a direct rival in Christian Romero. We've seen the song and dance before. It's not it's not an obligation to buy. It's an option to buy. So if he sucks, he comes back anyway. We can't sell him for 25 million. It'll be less than that. It's the worst deal I've ever seen. Not ever seen. That's my fault. I hyperbole that, but it's the worst. It's the worst news of the day. Because I was open, like, Pjanic news, okay, like we kind of knew it was in the cooker, but this, I was expecting at least 35 million from someone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so over it. I'm so over the lack of ability to sell players. It sucks. I don't know what else to say.
It's embarrassing. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to. Again, I don't want to be the guy who's, fantasizing about my ex anymore. But now it's like, was Paratici that bad? He couldn't sell anybody either. But we got a guy who can't buy or sell right now. And
Exactly.
he could prove me. I mean, yeah, Kyle Georgie. Yeah, no offense, guys. Kyle Georgie's not doing it for me. If that it's great. He could be a great signing.
And he struggled to buy him too, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, he did.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he got it done. Eventually, they ended up coming to an agreement. And then also, he came in and just kind of whatever all over, Milan or whatever have you. But the situation just, I don't even know where to go with it from here. It's just so frustrating.
It's depressing.
Yeah. Sorry, Alejandro. Yeah, 10 seconds. Alejandro, when it comes to this, I'll just say this. The graphics that are Ramsey related and the graphics that are Pjanic related, unless I can really tear into one of those players, you're not going to get me talking a a lot. I'm like, I don't know.
Unless they're sold or they're about to be sold or whatever, don't put them up, Alejandro.
No, I'm kidding. We appreciate it. And I love it also. That's why I was joking. I was like, I think the actual title of this one is about Ramsey. And it's just like, I was like, I don't have time for Ramsey right now. It's just a situation if he leaves or if he leaves. Yeah, not comes. I don't know why I need to say that. If he leaves, that's what we're looking for. With the Demiral situation, let me go back to that. It's just so frustrating. Like, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. The worst part of this is you're doing it all over again with a team that's literally just capitalizing on the last defensive player that you said. You just talked about that.
Yeah,
about it being Romero.
Sorry. Yeah, this might offend some people. They pulled their pants down already. They're doing it again.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
That's the most frustrating part, is being like, you're going back to your ex that literally screwed you over and took the kids in the house, and then they're doing it all over again. They want a new whatever it is, a new car. It's infuriating. It's frustrating, especially when we look at the situation with Locatelli. And wait, let me make sure it is an option, not an obligation to buy. Just stupidity. So literally, it's all they're just finessing Juventus. Whoever's at Atalanta,
100%.
whoever their guy is, I don't know who their guy is, but whoever it is just he's just over here being like, okay, we'll take this. Don't worry. Heck, at least it's not 16. What is it? What was it? 16 million.
16 million. Yeah.
Yeah, last year. So we get a couple more million, but who knows what Demiral could be next year? I just see the worst happening in the situation. It just stupidity.
So so this transfer market, we've been bullied by Sassuolo and Atalanta. Great.
Yeah.
Makes you feel good, eh?
Absolutely. That's where we are. Let's see. And that's all fixed. Brought up Candyman again. Yeah. It's that's the situation I talk about every day, because every day that's part of the news. This is the whole situation with Ramsey and Pjanic, but it's just like, I don't know which one's the lesser of two evils right now. I guess I would say Pjanic is the lesser of two evils, but it's not much. Let's see. Might as well bring back Marquisio if you're bringing back Pjanic.
I'm all about that. I love Marquisio.
You're right, Joseph. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, crazy. You'll never be disappointed if your expectations are low. That's where I am. That is exactly where I am.
That's almost like my life motto. Just so you expect nothing, and then you'll be happy with whatever happens.
Yeah. Exactly. Just tell your wife that, or your to-be wife, right? You still have a little bit out.
It's like August 21st. Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at you. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. I don't know if that's something I'm supposed to do. I think congratulations. I mean, I do say congratulations, but I'm
that's
like,
good.
some people react weird when you say stuff like that, so I never know.
That's all
But
good.
that's awesome. Let's see. Fix. People will forget that Pjanic was uninterested in making lots of mistakes in ball control and discipline before he left. You can have rose-tinted glasses, but real life takes over. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. I think they're just thinking about the highlights of Pjanic and not what the final season was, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, it was not good. Even like defensively, just fell off the face of the earth as well.
Yeah. Ash Ketchum. Yeah, Bernadeschi ain't going anywhere this season. He's
staying.
as much as he's a worry for a lot of people, I think he's not Juventus' biggest worry right now. The Pjanic, or not Pjanic, the Ramseys, I guess Demiral trying to get 20, maybe 15 mil out of him. Whatever they can get at this point. We'll see what it goes down to. Let's see. Let's try to see what's... Sorry, I'm going through a few of these. I want to make sure... Ooh, that one was a big one. So it's coming off the screen. Imagine Pjanic could make up for not getting Locatelli. If that's the case, then they try and push that. We are now a business, not a sporting club, and top four is enough for them forever. Yeah, Fixes mostly. I think I agree with everything they're saying about basically just saying that. When I say that, it's more of it's just ridiculous that they're trying to push that. Like, what? How is that going to excite the fans when what the fans want is to be able to compete for a Champions League? Like, you're not going to win Champions League with Pjanic. It's not going to happen.
I think it is more of a business anyway at this point.
Yeah.
Because I think we've mentioned this at some point. Everyone knows the Agnellis and Elkins own Exor. They know how much money these guys actually have. So if he thought of it as more of a footballing club, you just spend money. But like I said, it's publicly traded, so you can't do that. But if you wanted to you could do it if you wanted to. But I'm not going to go into that again because it's Positive Monday.
Yeah.
Let's think about Kulusevski.
Yes, we're all about positivity here, guys. Andrew said, didn't Romeo say Loca is still on? Why are you guys talking like he's not coming? Because the deal's not done. Because it doesn't seem like every time a bit of news comes out, and every little bit of news that I hear, and I don't know why I'm moving my head like this, but every single time, every single time a new snippet of news, and here comes Siri back again. She's been quiet today. Every time a little bit of news comes out regarding the situation, it always seems to me that it's pushing us farther and farther away from Locatelli making his way to Juventus. Instead of hearing Juventus have upped their offer to 25 million, whatever, whatever crap, to 30 or something like that. It's always, we thought we were 10 away. Now it looks like we're 15 million euros away. It makes no sense. I understand wanting to save money, but you have to get a good player if you want to win.
It's one step forward, 3 steps back.
Exactly.
It's our side saying, yeah, we're confident about our deal, and then Sassuolo's like, yeah, no. Or like they're laughing in our face. Yeah. So ZA said something there. I've not been impressed with Cherubini.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kind of defend him as well.
Yeah.
Just because we don't know exactly what resources he has, like I said. Like, if he went to the board and said, listen, can we get this young Brazilian player for 3 million euros? And the deal got done pretty quick at that point, right? So if that's the case, then I'd say he's done a good job. If the board says don't offer more than the 5 million initial fee plus the 20 million obligation to Locatelli, if they say don't go more than 25 million, he's doing his job. Do you know what I mean? It's not he doesn't have the money to go. He goes off based off what the ownership says. And if the ownership says, nah, we can't do more than 25, then he did his job. He's doing his job. It's a sad reality, but we don't know. We don't actually know what's going on.
Yeah, that is true. That's fair. We do not know. The only thing I would say with that is I would feel like that would be a poor job by the ownership if they're saying 25. If they're evaluating Locatelli and saying 25 is what he's worth and what we can offer, and that'll be it, and that'll be good enough to get it done. Yeah. And I understand there's the whole premise of the Locatelli wants Juventus. The problem with that is, like, I mean, if I'm Sassuolo, he's a good player. You can use him for another year. Just bring him back and just keep, telling him, You're not going to Juventus. I mean, how many years does he have left on his contract? Do we know that?
Two.
Two more years. So yeah, I guess you could wait 2 more years before he comes to Juventus if he wants to do that.
Yeah.
Or
play
if he
out his
wants
contract.
Yeah. So and risk getting injured, getting whatever have you, anything like that could be detrimental to his career. So I don't know. I guess they could play hardball and move him out to whatever have you.
Let me ask you something. Sorry, if you got Cherubini's job.
Mm-hmm.
And you were given by the ownership a bunch of money, would you not spend it?
Yeah, yes, I would. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say hey, you got a 60 million euro budget, spend it wisely. Yeah. Would you not spend it?
I'm trying to think because a lot of what they're doing right now is they came in and said they're not doing the deals that Pjanic did. They're not doing the guaranteed amounts of money, and they're not doing all the stuff that. Yeah, there has been a lot of poor deals that have, handcuffed us to some of these players.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, in general. So if I would take that job in a heartbeat if they give me. So obviously he has rules and stipulations that he has to follow. So before everyone shits, sorry my language. Before everyone shits on Cherubini, we don't know what his job entails right now, what the rules are. So I'm giving him a little bit of a break, to be honest.
Yeah.
Positivity Monday. Positive Monday.
That's Julian for us. Let's see. Alexander says, I expect a lot from Dybala, Chiesa, Bentancur. We have a big roster of players. This will be the most important thing. Yeah, I definitely expect a lot from Dybala and Chiesa. Bentancur, we'll see. You're probably bigger on Bentancur than I am.
I am.
So we will see. Why can I not do this one? And then Ryan said, "Hi guys, regarding Locatelli, 35 million euros is enough to ask."
35 to 40.
I think, and I think honestly, if Juventus got to 35, that would being what I'm hearing now, I would imagine that Sassuolo would be okay with 35. I think that they'd be reasonable. If they're not reasonable enough for that, then I'd be kind of pissed. But I imagine they'd be reasonable enough. I just don't think 25 is a reasonable number long term.
You're exactly
especially
right.
when they'd be bending the knee and giving Juventus a 2-year loan would be insane. I think to only pay that much money after those 2 years, where the player could get injured, whatever stuff could happen. I feel like I don't need to preface everything with all the stuff that could happen. What happens. Let's see. I think it would be easier to buy Locatelli if teams wanted the players we were trying to unload. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Dario says, I feel like we can win UCL this season.
That's a positive Monday comment.
Okay, one sec. Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah. That's a positive Monday comment.
That is a very positive Monday comment. Love you, Dario. Don't agree. I wish I could agree, but I'm just not in that boat right now. I don't know. Let's see. Right now, okay. Say whatever you want, but right now we do not think about negative things. Unfortunately, in my mind, all I've got are negative thoughts right now. I mean, I have positive thoughts. I'm kidding. It's just, it hasn't been a great Monday to wake up and see some of these posts. Let me check out a couple of these real quick, and then we'll go back to the main topic. Let's see, and then Ryan also said, at least Pirlo won 2 trophies in the first season of his career. No manager had ever done it in the history of football except for Kevin Dalglish, the Liverpool legend.
Kenny Dalglish.
Oh, Dalglish, sorry.
No, but Kenny, not Kevin. That's
okay, sorry. I didn't realize. I just read.
Whatever.
I am Ron Burgundy. If you put it in front of me, I read it.
For that, the first trophy they won, the Supercopa, Sarri got them there, so all he had to do is obviously. I'm not putting down what Pirlo did again, but the trophies he won were the trophies he won were B-rated trophies, to be honest, obviously. But again, in the finals, he actually got it right, so we'll give him that. But the 38-game season, sorry, you got it totally wrong, to be honest.
Yeah, winning the Coppa Italia, I'll give him that. He won. He played through it and won it. And that was big, but and it was solid. It was just winning the Supercopa. No offense, you already had your ticket punched. You show up, it's a 50-50 match, a 50-50 chance. Not really, it's 50-50, but you know what I mean. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, let's flip it back to the main topics of the day that we have. So I don't get. This will be a fun topic for you. We have how good or bad is Adrian Rabiot? Is Rabiot the most underrated player in the Juventus squad?
It depends on what everyone feels about him. Because I think he's a perfectly rated player. He's not the greatest because he's untapped potential. So I think he's not overrated because no one thinks he's that great. So I think he's perfectly rated, to be honest. I like to hear what other people think, but I think he has the tools, he has the size, the quality to produce more than what he does. He should be scoring more goals. He should be creating more opportunities. It's just he hasn't put that into practice yet, and no coach has actually got that out of him.
My question, so what's Rabiot rated right now? Like, what does that even... like, when we ask that question, that's a topic that's kind of hot today. And so, like, what's he rated? Here's my thing. Rabiot of early Saudi, most of the Saudi year, I would have said he was overrated. I would have talked poorly about Rabiot.
Yeah, he's very bad. He's like, let's not gloss it over. He was bad.
He had a couple moments at the end of that season, and then last season he struggled a bit, and then he kind of came into his own as a player. And Rabiot was solid for a lot of last season.
100%.
Yeah. So it's such a weird question because I know what was it was it the French fans that were going off about it or something like that? I guess they saying that he's a lot better.
I have no idea. I like Rabiot personally. I just think he is who he is. We know he's never going to reach that potential that he has that's untapped, but he's also not that stupid trash bag that everyone thinks he is either.
Yeah, Ed Giannotti 151 on Twitter says he's a trash bag. Fill his inbox or DMs with that. It's one of those players, like, I'll be honest, before, though, Rabiot was one of those players that I was more than okay with putting him up for sale for, if people were interested in, I'd be okay with shipping him out. Now, I was the one who, when we talked about doing our formations, I think you had Bentancur. I know it was about the footing when it came to that. And I think I would have preferred Rabiot over him now. So Rabiot is one of the more reliable guys that we have. He struggled in the Euros, but then he was playing out of position a lot for that, right? Yeah. If I recall.
Yeah.
So that's just my situation in Rabiot. I guess really when you talk about Rabiot, is that a player that you would entertain selling right now?
No, I don't want to sell him because these guys don't know how to sell players. We're gonna get robbed for him. No, it's the truth at this point. He is better. Like, is if he's consistent enough, if he showed you how he played from like February onward to the rest of the season, we have a pretty good player on our hands.
Yeah.
Like, I can only confidently say, and this is kind of bad, Weston McKennie's the only guy who's like close to Rabiot.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Like you mentioned, I only start Bentancur in a two-man midfield because he's right-footed over Rabiot. But I think Rabiot is a better player than Bentancur in the past year that we've seen.
I do too right now. So he's a player that I hope Allegri can rely on for the coming season. Ryan, hell no on the transfer of Demiral, 40 million euros, and that's it. Yeah, that's what I love. I just love all the rumors that come out. The Juventus was only going to have 40 or 45 million euros, and they won't settle for anything else. And then not only that, they get taken behind the shed and just railed for 25 is basically what's happening right now. Okay. Yeah.
Lots of people are popping off about Kyle George.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, someone's talking to you.
In the chat or where?
No, you're talking to me. Yeah. There's a lot of people popping off about Kyle George.
You know, I think I haven't gotten
transfer. No, I'm just saying, like, I've seen a bunch, and then they like Santos had just made it official.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, like 25 minutes ago or whatever, but it's fine.
Yeah, we'll can talk about
guys. We'll get to him.
Yeah, we'll talk about him. I've talked about him a lot in all the videos that I've done lately. We'll do that at the end of the show. At least we'll talk about that for a bit. Let's see. Let me make sure. I just want to go through a few of these comments. I won't be angry with those. Let's see. Okay. Dario's been asking it. What do I think about the UCL? I think we don't need to worry about it right now. I think we're just... I think I'll be honest, Dario, and that's not something you want to hear, but I'll be after the events that happened last season, after the events that have preceded the years that we have some work to do as a club. I think the purchase of Locatelli would be a good start to get us there, but also I think right now I'm worried about winning. Yeah, I know. Understand if you have Ronaldo, that's a goal you want to shoot for, and you need to shoot for while you have him. But as it stands right now, the goal for me is to win Serie A again, and then worry about Champions League. Right now, if they can get, if they can get if you look, they could finish in like the quarterfinals this year, I guess. I don't know. Like, what do you think? That might okay. Yes, they could, but then they also can lose to Porto and Lyon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have a team that could beat anybody on any given day and definitely lose to anybody on any given day because that's the team we have. We've seen it in the past. We could beat Real Madrid. We could lose to Porto. We could beat who else? Atletico Madrid. We can lose to Ajax. We are that team.
Yeah,
we are that team. We could definitely win this year. No problem.
Yeah.
Well, obviously there'd be some problems, but like we could definitely win it. I wouldn't be shocked.
It's
but
possible.
We could also lose in the group stage.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. I'm just not letting my mind go there at this point. There's too many other little things that I need to fall for Juventus first before I can even entertain winning a Champions League. Something we haven't done since I was 5 years old. So, I had a full head of hair, and everything at that point. So that's how long it's been. Let's see. Stavros says, for me, in terms of outgoing, the management is not doing good either. Can't sell players or letting them go for a small price. I know we won't do much this summer, but we have to get it together. Yeah, we say it year in and year out, and right now the change in the leadership hasn't seemed to have done it yet.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Locatelli very well. I still think it's a good chance it gets done. I think it can get done, but I just don't want to come back here and be like, oh, they knew what they were doing all along, because it still does not appear that way to me.
No.
Okay. Wait, going back, Alexander's got a good point. If you haven't liked the video, make sure you like the video, guys. Let's get it to 30 likes. We have currently 24 likes, so do that for us. Guys. Yeah, and it's not enough. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. What else do we have here? Okay, let me make sure. Sorry, I'm going through because I know.
I see a funny comment.
Okay, tell me the name.
Joseph Carballo says, "Justin, you had hair."
You son of a bitch. Let me find where he said it. Oh, it must be at the end. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a solid head of hair as a kid, I'll be honest. That's the problem, is I had a solid head of hair. My mom told me when I was young, I think my family's the only family of Italian, it's obviously a joke because Allegri's here, but of Italian history that has terrible hair genetics.
Yeah.
Also I had not longer hair, but I had hair, and I used to spike it and gel it. Back in the 90s, that was the thing. Late 90s, early 2000s. My mom used to tell me, because I put so much spray in it, it would get hard as like a rock, and she'd be like, "Don't do that. Look at your grandfather. Look at these people. You're gonna go bald." And I was like, "Ah, I'm good. This ain't going anywhere." By the time I was 17, I was sitting there playing poker, and I think I already told this on here. But anyway, I was sitting there playing poker, and one of my friends goes and just yells, "No, that's not a receding hairline." And then points at me and goes, "That's a receding hairline." And since that day, got the razor out and just started shaving it. But yes, thank you. Here we go. We have a question for Julian. Is Pogba coming back?
No. He's not coming back.
Do you want to talk about that rumor?
Yeah.
I guess it's not a rumor. I guess it's a...
It was supposed to be positive Mondays, but let's pour some more negativity back in.
Yeah.
So, apparently, Romeo Gresti today went on the Here We Go podcast with Fabrizio Romano. Obviously, everyone knows Fabrizio Romano. He's gospel. He went on today and said, pre-Pandy, Pogba deal to Juventus was essentially done with Raiola and Pogba. Like, they were coming back. So this is January 2020. Then Pandy hits, hits Juventus hard, can't afford him anymore, and now he's most likely on his way to PSG because we can't even afford a proper deal for Locatelli. So if anyone thinks that Pogba's coming back, if anyone's hashtagging Pogba, get that out of your heads now. It's not negative. It's just realistic for me to say he's never coming back. There's too much coin elsewhere.
Yeah, it's dead. They killed it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah, it was probably one of the most frustrating bits of news that happened today. That when Alejandro said that to us, I was like, no, that's not something I needed to see. Especially as we're sitting here looking at.
We got dumped on with Demiral. We got dumped on with Locatelli, and then like a rhino dumped on us with Pogba news.
And not only that, but instead, like I said, I've made this joke, and it's been a joke for a while. It wasn't serious, and now it's actually serious. It really is. It went from being Locatelli and Pogba to Locatelli and Pjanic, and it's, dear God, if it ends up being
Locatelli
just Pjanic,
Pjanic,
and then it's just going to be, give me a week and it'll be just Pjanic.
Yeah.
And anyway, last little main, topic of the day before we just go off, and just talk about a couple other things, whatever people want to talk about. We can talk about the Kyle Jorge stuff. Basically about UEFA's fighting back the situation. We had the latest update regarding the courts kind of agreeing with the Super League, agreeing with Juventus, Barcelona, Real Madrid. I believe, who was this? The Times? Is it the Times? Is that New York Times?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's the Times is from England.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, I was gonna say. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Like the New York, it would say New York Times. Yeah.
This is me being an ugly American and not knowing anything about anybody outside of America, basically. So that's what you get with me, and I apologize, guys. Anyway, a source close to the ECA said the Super League is dead. The fans have killed it, and there will be no resurrection. I'm sorry. I thought it said. This was something I was going to talk about. I thought it said there will be no insurrection, which just reminded me of the stuff that happened here in America earlier this year. I don't know. Anyway, I was like, there will be no insurrection. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, UEFA has refused Madrid's court request to waive sanctions. What do you take from that? Like, to me, I don't think it's going away. It's not going away for a long time.
It's not.
Jeffrin can hole up and cry or whatever he's doing.
Of course, this is their pushback saying, "Oh yeah, we refused the courts," but no, it's already been done. Like the gavel hit. The Times, it's an English publication. Where did all the teams come from that came out right away because of the fans? Yeah. England. It's I don't believe this. It's done. The Super League is going to be a thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, I mean,
missed his key penalties in 2016.
Yeah, there's a lot. But anyway, yeah, I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. I don't see it being, I think that's what they would like. They'd like it to go away and it be dead. But I think as long as those three, and especially, they're not the Premier League teams, but when you have Real Madrid and Barcelona alongside Juventus, the top in their, those leagues, it's not going to be dead. And especially if it seems like there's a chance for it to come back, be good competition going forward. Hopefully, I mean, I don't want it to kill UEFA. If that, well, actually, I do. Maybe I do want it. I don't know if I want to say that I don't want it to, but we'll see what happens going forward. I could see it being positive once people realize what they can get from, when you actually the reason I want it. I stop lying. The reason I want it is so we can afford to buy sorry, that slipped out. I want it so we can buy Locatelli and not have these issues where we can't pay 30 or 35 million euros. That's what I want.
Dude, we're getting more than Locatelli if that comes to fruition.
I know we're getting we're having it's a buffet of players at this point.
Yeah.
What do we got here? What's Liam saying? Be happy, guys, please. Have hope. We had the management not even 8 weeks, please. We have no money, and we please be happy for once. We are happy. We're happy, Liam. Does this look happy to you?
Dude, this is Positive Monday. I told you. I came in saying all the positive things about the club.
Yeah, exactly. We're great, guys.
Me down. Okay.
We're gonna win Champions League. Andrew, Pogba's not coming. Going to win easy league title with PSG on 45. Yeah. Yep.
Good for him.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. I mean, he's right though. What did Ryan say? Sorry. Pogba for me is a sellout. He told his first interview with Man United that he came from Holiday, which is Juventini, hit us hard and probably hate him. What? Came from
So
okay.
Yeah. So when he went back to United, he's like, I was just on a 4-year holiday, and now I'm back with United.
I mean,
Like,
and I understand. I don't take a lot of that stuff as. I think people can get their feelings a little bit hurt, especially when you're invested in love of players and like that so much. I understand getting your feelings hurt with these situations. My main thing when it comes to stuff like that is it's business. He moved. What's he going to say? I love the place that I was at. I'm really just coming because they wanted to sell. They want, I want money. Like you're not.
He's also young. He's young and egotistical as well. It's like, of course, if he came back to Juventus, he probably would have said, "I'm back, bitches."
I'm back home.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Juventus has always been my home, man. Whatever. It's so good to finally be home, whatever. And I mean, and also like when people say that somebody's a sellout or whatever, it's like, yeah, I would be too. If I were that good and I could make money, and you're telling me I could take generational wealth, I probably would be. Unfortunately, I'm not built for it. But at the same time, that's why I just don't take it too harshly whenever people, whenever stuff like that gets said. I don't know. That's just me. If you haven't liked the video, please. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, guys. We appreciate it. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. We can go ahead and just kind of get into the other stuff. I think that was the last bit. Let me switch back to this real quick. Make sure. Yeah, I think that was all for today.
That was the last
for
point.
our main topics that we had, at least.
We didn't even talk about Chiellini resigning.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what am I going to say?
We knew it was going to happen. 2 years, though, is kind of weird.
Yeah, I was kind of...
year by year.
Well,
I
mean, I guess you didn't watch my video. No, I'm kidding. I think the talk was, so I guess it looks like Leonardo Bonucci talked him into participating in the World Cup. So I think that's why he's doing 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what
it's have to tail into the next season, right? The 2023 season. So yeah.
Actually, wait, tell me this. Wait, World Cup. I didn't look it up. When is
November 2022.
Okay, so a year. Okay,
so
I don't know why.
He would have to be a part of a team in the 2023 season. So that makes sense. Year.
Well, then that's why he did it. That makes sense to me. I would say. I mean, I'm just happy. I'm happy that he's going to play in that. That's about it. I mean, that's really all I have to say when it comes to him. As long as I can see Chiellini perform or continue to wear a Juventus shirt, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Like our captain's back. Positive Mondays. Here we go.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so that's basically what I had to say about that. There's somebody who asked a question. Let me pull it up real quick. Where was his question? Let's say an old lady from the village went up to him. Yes, he did say that. Yeah, Joseph, he did say that. Chefrin's full of shit. That's basically what I will say about that. Stavros says, for me, in terms of outgoings, the management is not doing good. Either can't. Oh, wait, did you say that earlier? Okay. I think I may have read that earlier.
I think he double posted.
Okay. Well, I agree with you, though. Okay. Liam said, what was the best and worst match last season for us? Liam, I think you were a friend from Belgium as well. I think there's a lot of guys from Belgium. Okay, let's see. The best and worst match last season. You
want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first. Let me remember.
Okay. I'm lagging. Am I lagging? Let me know if I'm lagging.
You might be video, but you're good. I can hear you fine. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, we're good?
I hear you fine.
Okay, I'll continue. So best game is a tie between Barcelona away 3-0 in the Champions League group stage and Milan away in Serie A, where we went 3-1 against Milan, 3-0 against Barcelona. Mm-hmm. The worst, in terms of result, is probably the loss to Benevento. Mm-hmm. But in terms of performance, probably the 2-0 away loss to Inter. Oh, the Fiorentina loss sucked too, though.
Yeah,
but no, I'm gonna go 2-0 Inter because that's a big game and we play absolute dog shit.
Yeah, so, that one was rough. Actually, now that you've helped jog my memory, I remember this now. The Fiorentina one actually was the one that I was working. I think I missed that one, and it was the one time I had some because I did player ratings. I had somebody step in for me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm glad I didn't have to watch that match after seeing it." Going off of what I remember, what I saw, I would say honestly that the 3-0 loss to Milan at home at the end of the season, that basically could have secured, Champions League and all that for us. That one was debilitating. I was watching it at my my in-laws' house. They don't care about sports, but like I turned it on, and like they're like, "This is your team," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess it is." yeah, it is. I'm over here just like in the corner, like I promised you, they've won 9 in a row. Like, I was like, they've won 9 Scudetto.
Yeah, I kind of write stuff for a website about them too.
That's it. My wife's mom was like, "You have to write about this," and I was like, "Yeah, I do. I do have to write about this. Let me rage write it. All right."
Yeah.
All right, come on, guys. If you're in the chat and you haven't liked it yet, we need 2 more likes to get to 30. That's actually probably the most we've had while being live. So that'd be awesome if you could get us there. I think we just need 1 more now. So I appreciate it. If you haven't liked, go ahead and do that. It's pretty easy. So I would say that was probably the worst one for me. Either that one or the drubbing. The first, but they were able to make up on that drubbing against Barcelona. When they played away, so that made up for it. I would say, let's see, the best one. I mean, is it too generic for me to just say the Inter? Was it the Coppa Italia one? The
first leg, where Ronaldo scored the 2 goals.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. That was one that I enjoyed.
Grinding win.
Yeah. I think I want to say that one was probably, when I say best, as in like that was my favorite of them that I can recall for the season. Let's see. Sorry, I'm reading through a couple questions. Yep. What was that for? I'll just fill some time here. I'm going back to that Barcelona game, the return leg, or I guess the return fixture in the group stage. Mm-hmm. The McKennie goal, I watch it over and over again because it was such we switched the ball from one side to the other, played really quick, direct football, and the finish was incredible. Like, oh my God, scissor kick against Barcelona Camp Nou. Yeah,
American does it. Peace.
That was like, thank you guys. We got the 32 likes. Appreciate it. 32 of y'all in here with us. I appreciate it. We're getting up there. Nice having more regular viewers joining us again. I appreciate it. Please check in with us. We try to do this Monday through Friday, especially now with the Mercado going hot. We'll try to do it. I'm sure we'll get something together for like post-game stuff once the season starts. Maybe. We'll see how we do if we do any like during the matches. I just don't know if you want to see me embarrassed.
Those are going to be tasty.
Right, you're gonna just watch me embarrass myself. Those are gonna be so tasty.
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Martino's asking, "Are you still confident about the Locatelli deal?" Less confident, but I still think it's gonna get done, but less confident.
I was at 98% on Friday and like Thursday. I'm closer to 50 now.
Really?
I'm closer to 50 now because I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to scare everyone else, but I'm scared that this one's not cooking.
Yeah, I don't know how nervous I am, but I'm getting it's. I'm not. Yeah, I don't feel as good as it felt earlier. That's all I can really say about it. It's just frustrating, the whole situation, everything that's going on.
Also, at this point, I'm like, if he doesn't come, I don't really care. Now, like I've grown to accept.
Yeah, I still care. I'm still gonna be mad as hell. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I would like to say that I don't care, but I do. I'm gonna be angry. I'm gonna be upset. Let's see. Joseph said Juventus was frustrating last season to watch. It was like they put people together from the streets and made them play a pickup match. I mean, there just wasn't nobody was on the same page. The coaching was. They didn't really seem to have
the form. The consistency in form was so wild. Yeah. Like there was times where like we said, they beat Barcelona 3-0. Mm-hmm. They beat Milan 3-1. They had these incredible games against these big teams, and then they just shit themselves against Benevento.
Yeah.
And they shit themselves against Inter. Like, there's no consistency whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
A shame.
Let's see. Okay, one last topic we can get to, and then we can wrap this up a little bit.
Yeah.
What's up, MZ Raf? But basically, what I wanted to say is, so people were bringing up the topic about Caio Jorge.
Yep.
They wanted to talk about it. I'm trying to go back to the chat to see what they were mentioning. What was the main question they were wanting to know so we can cover it a little bit? He's coming in, this Thursday, it appears. It seems like the date that he'll be in Turin.
Yeah.
In this situation. The deal's done. I guess I'm one of those guys, maybe I'm just so focused on Locatelli that maybe it's like, okay, good, he's done. Okay, let's just move on.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how you take this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's weird because he's been on a plane for like 10 hours now. Like, where's he going? He's already been on a plane. I've seen his Instagram pictures. Like, where are you going, dude?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense where,
Yeah. He's supposed to land on Thursday, but he's already in an airplane. Is it like a 5-day trip? I don't know.
Maybe it's vacation time.
Yeah. Let's continue. Yeah.
Did y'all have any real like questions about that situation with him? Because I really don't know what else to say about Kyle George except for like when he gets here, I hope he'll be able to contribute something. I just think he's really not a game changer right now because he just is going to take time to develop.
Yeah, he's a raw talent.
Yeah.
19 years old. He's going to come to a new league. He's got to learn a new language. He's got to integrate with a new group of players that are highly skilled players, like some of the best in the world, and he's going to be a fourth-choice striker at this point. He's behind Morata, he's behind Demiral, he's behind Ronaldo. So if he somehow scores against a team that, like the Salernitana, I always bring them up because that's the easiest name I remember that are garbage. If he scores against a team like Salernitana, then he grows in confidence, then he's going to get more game time. But at this point, he's riding pine at the end of the bench. But he will be a first-team player.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he'll be a first-team player. I don't expect a lot out of him. That's my biggest. I guess that's my biggest frustration is when you add Chiesa last year. Yeah, I remember he was the surprise at the end, kind of signing or whatever. Yeah. But you brought in a player who made a difference to the squad, who you expected to be a part of the first team and actually be consequential to the season. Now, now, if we, yes, I know I'm writing this topic. I know people probably you're getting numb to this topic at this point. I know I am. Yeah. If you're not, you don't have a pulse, or I don't know what's going on. But basically, the whole situation with him, with Locatelli, is if we don't get Locatelli, the market we did nothing to better our squad. Besides maybe, if they're able to move anybody, the squad's not any better. The coach is the one thing that'll be better. I need something else to go forward.
Yep.
And that's about it. Anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. I appreciate everybody for being here. Did you have any final thoughts of the day that you really want to get out there before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm just going to reiterate. Let's just be calm. The market ends August 31st. Let's just relax a couple more weeks. Mm-hmm. You might hear the same news. On August 31st, if nothing's done, then we'll go apeshit. And then it'll be justified to go apeshit. But until then, let's relax. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy the games that are coming up that we can actually watch.
Absolutely. And if you want somebody who's not going to be calm, who's going to go apeshit, check into all my shows that I'm going to post in the videos daily, because I'm starting to heat up a little bit about this, and I'll be calm, but honestly, there's still a part of me that's a little bit infuriated. I remember that there were talks of potentially landing Locatelli before the Euros, and it's August. The season's about to start, and our midfield doesn't look much better. So anyway, that's just my thoughts. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me make sure I throw this up for you guys. Just remember, daily shows will be on every day. It says online at YouTube at 8 p.m. Central, or whatever it is time. Sorry, I don't know. I just know my time. I guess in CST, I'm guessing that's Turin time. We've been trying to get them out a little bit earlier. It's basically just been dependent on me waking up. And that's really what it is. And it's just, I got a kid, I got a family and stuff I got to take care of. We'll get them out as soon as we can with our latest updates. But we appreciate each and every one of you of checking in the channel. If you haven't done it yet, go and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.
See you guys.